And this is real as it gets. It don't get no realer. This is real as it gets. I'ma put my heart in this shit.
Welcome back. It's Realer Than Rap. And today we talking Keffe D, you know what I'm saying, accused of killing Tupac, allegedly, you know, Las Vegas. But it's new information, you know what I'm saying, a new update, saying that the man charged with the murder of rap icon Tupac Shakur wants to block evidence collected during a nighttime police search from being admitted at trial. So Keffe D is trying to get some of the evidence they have on him to not be introduced into the trial, to be suppressed. That means threw away like it never happened. And you know, Keffe D, this has been, you know, a pretty long time. You know, Tupac been gone for a minute, and, you know, but you know, if you didn't know, Keffe D had wrote a book, and they say he allegedly admitted to doing that in the book. Also, he did numerous interviews before he was eventually locked up on the charges, because detectives say he kept giving confessions. You know, first one in the book, being on the interviews. But then, if you didn't know, you know, he allegedly said that Puff done it. You know, he supposed to been paid $1 million. You know, he didn't get his money. So he's now throwing Puff under the bus. So, you know, this has been, you know, pretty wild case. But we're going to keep y'all updated on this because, you know, I was a Tupac fan. You know, at the time, you know, Tupac was the man. So, you know, I came up on a lot of Tupac music, and I loved a lot of Tupac music. You know, Tupac really still my favorite rapper to this day. You know, so we're going to keep y'all updated, but y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments, man. Keep it 100, man. We out.
Lawyers for the man charged with murdering the rapper Tupac Shakur filing a motion this week. 8 News Now investigator Kyle Payne joins us live in studio with more. Kyle, why now?
Brian, the murder trial for Duane Davis, best known as Keffe D, is coming right up this summer, and his new lawyer wants to get some of the evidence the state plans to use against him tossed as soon as he can.
They have a right to their point of view. We have a right to ours, and nobody has a monopoly on the truth, or in this case, the facts.
And some of those facts, Davis's attorney, Robert Draskovich, wants to clarify, as he did in this 24-page motion to suppress evidence that Metro Police seized in a nighttime search of Davis's home. Davis's lawyer writing the police didn't have good reason to break down Davis's door in the middle of the night, so to speak, and that this affidavit Metro showed a judge in order to get that warrant shouldn't have been enough for her to allow the nighttime search. The motion to suppress says the court was misled and that there was bad faith, meaning the judge should toss any evidence the police recovered that night. The 8 News Now investigator spoke with Draskovich earlier this year.
We keep our eye on the ball. What we do is we lay out all the tasks that need to occur before the trial date, investigation that needs to occur, interviews that need to take place, subpoenas that need to be issued. We are just beginning that now.
And now, this motion to suppress, accompanied by 186 pages of supporting documents, including a list of items the cops took from Davis's home after the search, like a USB drive, an iPhone, iPads, laptops, and other tablets. The second page showing the police also grabbed a copy of Vibe magazine on the murder victim, the rapper Tupac Shakur, a copy of the book Compton Street Legends, in which Davis is alleged to have confessed to the murder. District Attorney Steve Wolfson, back when Davis was arrested over 2 years ago, standing behind the evidence Davis is now challenging.
This is an important case. We wanted to make sure we get it right. We wanted to make sure we had legally admissible evidence. We wanted to make sure that we felt comfortable that we had sufficient legal evidence. You know, if you're going to charge a person with murder, he has a right to believe that the system would only bring charges if there was sufficient legal evidence.
Davis's attorney is no stranger to high-profile cases. Robert Draskovich just defended a former porn star who was convicted of beheading her ex-husband, and he represented disgraced politician Robert Tellis in his murder case a year ago, August. Brian.
Duane Davis and the lawyers on both sides will appear in court January 6 to argue the latest motion. Davis is serving a sentence at High Desert State Prison for a fight he started when he was in Clark County Detention Center awaiting his murder trial.